You all might think an artist like me is just trying to get you to listen to my music for nothing but the streams. But let me tell you, those streams heavily count. I already missed out on a Bose headphone commercial music placement check and now a Nike check, all because my streaming numbers aren't up. They like the music. They love the song, but they think nobody else does because my YouTube numbers are low. They were genuinely interested and wanted the song, but since I didn't have enough views on YouTube, they told me to get my views up so I have a visible fan base. They said they will keep the door open, but right now, it looks like I don't have a big following, with most of my videos only having around 5 views. SMH. I barely started putting my stuff on YouTube because I didn't have videos, and I believe people want to see and hear something on that platform. I used to only post on music streaming sites, but now that I know how to make videos, I'm going to step up my YouTube and Instagram. Me just playing my music all day long isn't going to get it done. I need your help. I don't want to have to go back to selling crack. So I'm asking you all to please go to my videos on YouTube. There aren't a lot yet, but I'm working on a new, completely off the top of the dome freestyle album, as well as my written album. I'm going to start posting songs from those projects on there. From now on, no more reels on Facebook and Instagram. I'm going to have to just post YouTube links. The music isn't the problem. It's the people out there who aren't willing to give credit where it's due. I know for a fact that out of anyone who knows me, there isn't one person who can sit down, really listen to what I'm saying, look at the whole movement, and say, I can't make music. My love for music started when we were kids. I would mastermind ways for us to go to the tape store at the mall and bypass the electric sensor when walking out the door by handing them to the homies just over the little rail at the front of the store because there was no wall. I remember that is how we got the first Biggie tape. I was obsessed with hearing music, and now I just make music the way I would want to hear it. I've been a writer ever since I was a kid. Back then, I was writing lies with my mouth, conning folks, and coming up with lies that seemed so real they could trick someone's body. Like back at MLK, when I used to steal my mom's weed stems and sell them, calling them endo stems. I told the other kids that if they sucked on the stems, they would get high. I actually had regulars, so the lies must have created so much belief that they came back over and over to get them. I'm not bragging about the lying part. I'm just saying how that ability to come up with words, stories, and shit has helped me as a grown man. I learned a long time ago about lies and how they only complicate things. I'm cool with who I am and what I have going on in life now. I ain't that same latchkey kid lying for attention or the low esteem kid who was unsure if I was cool, handsome, or gangster, just wanting to fit in. I went from being a rock and roll skateboarding kid in Aurora with only white friends to moving to Montbello and hanging out with Crips and shit. I didn't know how to dress, and I didn't know how to shoot jokes or any of that. They used to roast the shit out of me, but I stuck around. Eventually, I had jokes too, learned how to dress, and stopped wearing shorts with sweatshirts in the snow to school. I even learned how to coordinate my colors and everything. Lol. Anyway, someone put a comment on a couple of my songs on one of these sites saying, he is a black man. He couldn't have written this. Let me say this. There are 50 songs on the Ghost Artist album. It is such a high number because I felt the freedom of being able to shake the hip hop box. I was actually able to really get into my creative mind. I cried hundreds of times making it, having to face demons that I hadn't thought about in years, and thinking about lost folks who aren't here anymore but went through those moments with me. I was never able to do that as a traditional rapper because hip hop is mostly just rapping about street life, boasting about how good you are as a rapper, and coming up with clever lies to say the same thing over and over, with a few tracks for the ladies thrown in. But with any voice available to me, and with everything I have seen moving through prisons, streets, and cities as a homeless person, I have learned a lot. I had a lot of poetry pent up inside. Finally getting those things off my chest meant a lot, and I put my absolute all into that album. When I got done with it, I realized I was only rapping for myself when I was behind the mic on a hip hop stage. But as the hand behind the pen, I made these songs for every human with an ear. They are not to bring attention to me. They are to help people make it through cold nights and stressful situations, to make people smile, to warm heart, and to teach folks so they don't make the same mistakes I made. To the person who thinks I didn't write my songs like beautiful masks made of lies and perfectly imperfect. When I was a kid and a young man, I used lies to manipulate every situation around me. It went all the way to the point of running around Los Angeles pretending to be the rapper T Nutty. One day, I got a T Nutty album, and inside was a picture of me with a message that said, if you see this fool, beat his ass. At that time, T Nutty was my favorite rapper, and I was pretending to be him. acting like I knew Yuke Mouth and was in the regime and shit. That situation made me see how lies only complicate things. Later, a post on the blog really lifted me up because it said his music is really good on his own, so I don't even know why he is pretending to be other rappers because he is good. I think a mix of just being unsure of myself and my mom never really listening to my music, just brushing it off, had a lot to do with why I did that. After that blog post, I started to invest in just being me, period. I realized maybe people would accept and like me without the smoke and mirrors. Those two songs, Beautiful Mask Made of Lies and Perfectly Imperfect, were born from my past low confidence and self esteem. Looking at how Hollywood can make us feel like we have to look perfect was what inspired me to write the poem Perfectly Imperfect, which is now a song. I do apologize for the long post, but I'm kind of mad I missed out on the Nike thing for now just because folks aren't streaming me on YouTube enough. However, I am super excited that the music resonated with them and that my song I Told You, a song with AI singing the chorus and me rapping, actually won them over. The music is good. Now I just need your help to get the numbers up because I can still secure that Nike commercial, and that would be massive for me. For everyone who can be helped or who can learn from this, music matters. Please support your local artists.